Unit 3, Formative 1, Day 6. Today we're going to talk about standard form. Okay, so first of all you need to understand that standard form is ax plus by equals c. Okay, so slope-intercept form was y equals mx plus b. So that was when y was by itself. Now if you look, you have your x and your y on the same side. The a, the b, and the c are just coefficients. So make sure you get this written down somewhere. ax plus by equals c is your standard form. Okay, your x-intercept, remember, is where it hits the x-axis. So it's when y equals 0. Your y-intercept is where it hits the y-axis, so when x equals 0. Okay, so this is what standard form looks like. It says find the x and y intercepts and then graph. So 4x minus 8y equals 16. So we kind of call this the cover-up method. What you want to do is you want to understand that for the x-intercept, we just said that the x-intercept means y equals 0. So if I plug in a 0 for that y right there, this really becomes 4x now equals 16. So the negative 8y is gone because 0 times negative 8 is just 0. So you have 4x equals 16. Divide both sides by 4, and you get your x-intercept to be 4. Okay, for your y-intercept, when x equals 0, okay, if you plug in 0 for x, you actually end up with negative 8y equals 16, so really the 4x is just gone. Okay, you divide by negative 8, and you get y equals negative 2. So now that we have our x-intercept and our y-intercept, we can graph, because those are 2 points on our graph. Remember, the x-axis is this one. The y-axis is this one. Okay, so the x is 4, so positive 4, so we go right 4 on our graph and we make a point. The y-intercept is negative 2, so we go down 2 on the y-axis and make a point. Once you have 2 points, you can go ahead and graph. Okay, let's try another one. Negative 5x plus 3y equals 15. Okay, so again, if you want to solve for the x-intercept, which is when y equals 0, you have negative 5x, the y's gone, so negative 5x equals 15. Divide by negative 5, so x equals negative 3. For your y-intercept, that's when x equals 0. Okay, so the negative 5x is gone and you're left with just 3y equals 15. Divide both sides by 3 and your y equals positive 5. So your x-intercept is negative 3. So on the x-axis, if you go negative 3, that's left 3. Your y-intercept is at 5. So your y-intercept is up here at positive 5. And then you can graph. Make sure you're writing down this entire problem. You're not just writing the answer, you're not just writing the graph, because otherwise tomorrow it's not going to make sense. Let's try another one. 2x plus 4y equals negative 12. So my x-intercept, so you set the 2x equal to the negative 12. Divide by 2, so x equals negative 6. Your y-intercept, you set the 4y equal to negative 12. Divide both sides by 4. Y equals negative 3. Okay, I call this the cover-up method because really what you're doing is you're either covering the 2x up and setting the 4y equal to negative 12, or you're covering the 4y up and then setting the 2x equal to negative 12. Alright, so now that we have our x-intercept and our y-intercept, our x-intercept is negative 6, so you go left 6 and make a point. Your y-intercept is negative 3, so you go down 3 and make a point. And then you graph your line. One. Find the x and y-intercepts and graph. So your x-intercept, so you have negative 6x equals negative 24. Y-intercept, negative 4y equals negative 24. Divide both sides by negative 6 and x equals 4. Divide both sides by negative 4. and y equals positive 6. Okay, so my x-intercept is 4, so I go right 4. Remember, x is left and right, y is up and down. Y is positive 6, so I go up 6. I have my 2 points, and I make my line. So that's standard form. We'll see you tomorrow.